Welcome to Talmudic Treasures. Today we're learning Chagigah Page 22, which discusses that we are extremely careful when it comes to accepting certain things and taking for granted that things are 100% pure. However, when it comes to someone who is rendered as an Am Haaretz, namely someone who may not necessarily have the expertise in the laws of purity and impurity, of Tum and Tahara, we will accept certain things all year round, specifically when it comes to wine for a wine libation, which is an integral part of the sacrifices done in the temple, as well as oil that was brought as part of a flour offering, again brought in the temple. Now, even though one could look at these individuals and question that maybe their wine or their oil may not be properly cared for and may not in fact be rendered pure as we like it to be, we still will accept it. And the reason the Talmud here tells us is because we're concerned of Ava, which literally means hatred. We want to make sure that even though we are extremely careful about these things, we don't want to alienate a person in the process. Because if we do not accept their items and their gifts that they wish to bring to the temple, and which is their way of connecting to God and spirituality, what will they end up doing? We will end up pushing them away. Perhaps they would end up building an altar of their own, which is not allowed, and they would bring these sacrifices, and they would end up serving God in their own incorrect manner. So even though it's true, we may be strict, we also have to be sensitive not to harm people and to push them away, which is the same reason why it says that we accept testimony from these individuals, even though, again, they may not necessarily have the knowledge and expertise to be able to give testimony. But if we treat them like second-class citizens and let them feel that they are inferior in any way, that will just push them away further. And therefore, we wish to embrace them and accept their testimony. Over here, Tosfos also tells us that generally when it comes to eating, we have to be careful who we have a meal with, especially if you're a Talmud Chacham, a scholar, not to eat with these people and to be part of the grace after meals with them. However, it says, regarding this, you should not consider yourself as a Talmud Chacham. It doesn't mean you shouldn't be scholarly, but it means you should not consider yourself aloof to the point that you should not have anything to do with them. In fact, maybe by your interacting with them will bring them closer and they will end up learning to be a little better.